Hi everyone, welcome to my home studio. I'm Kelly. Today's yoga class, doing some twists and binds, and we're gonna work on the range of motion of the shoulders. So let's get started with a warm-up. It's the warm-up ritual to get us in the frame of mind of movement, and let's get started on the mat. Thanks for joining me. All right, so standing in the center of your mat, roll your shoulders back, and reach your arms forward and sink your hips back and then stand up. So from the side, reach forward and stand up. Reach and stand up. Press your feet down, reach forward and stand up. Reach and stand. Reach forward and stand. Do that 4 more times. 4, sink down lower. 3, 2, your focus today on smooth, controlled movement, mobility. Now step back, reach your arms forward, reach one arm back, so you've got a twist there, reach forward and step together. Reach forward, reach side, forward again and step together. Reach, bring it back, forward, step together. Lower your knee, reach back, reach forward, one on each side. Reach forward, reach back, forward. One more time, reach, keep your balance, and reach forward. And now step side, and then lunge from side to side, Skandasana. So right here, think about your hips, keeping them level, don't lift up. And in fact, you can slide your hands along the mat to keep the hips in the same place. And just move your legs. Do that 4 more times, raising the heart rate, few beats. 1 more time. And let's turn to this side. Set your knee down. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach. Exhale, place your right hand on the floor. Lift your right knee up. Lift your right arm, the left arm, and rotate under. Reach, rotate under, and reach your elbow towards the floor. Reach up and rotate. Now set your knee down. Reach up and rotate under. Elbow points towards the floor. In fact, reach the elbow. Then do it again 1 more time. And now walk your hands on the inside of your leg, hamstring stretch. Straighten your spine, inhale, and then exhale. Now lift your chest, and we're gonna turn to the long edge of the mat, go to the other side, set your knee down, Anjaneyasana, or low lunge, with your knee on the ground. Exhale, bring your hand to the floor, turn your foot out, reach up, and then rotate. Point your elbow towards the floor. Reach, and then point. Reach up, elbow towards the floor. 1 more time. And now walk your hands back, flex your foot, press your heel down. Think of this class as your active recovery for your strength training. Notice how your muscles are feeling from the previous day's workout. So hopefully this class will help you unstiffen stiff areas. Bring your hands to the mat and do a cat-cow. Cat, and then cow. Press the top of the feet into the floor. Cat and cow. Really round the back. Press your hands out away from each other. And then when you lower your belly, press the hands energetically towards each other. You'll notice a difference in the contraction, a little more effective. Pull in, press out. Pull in, press out. The neutral spine, come all the way down to your mat. Move stuff out of the way. Place your right forearm underneath your forehead, left arm to your side. Then turn your head to the right there. Now you're going to assist lifting the head by lifting the arm, the shoulder, the elbow, and the opposite leg, and then lower. Do that 6 times. 6, 5, opposite hand is on the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower and change sides. Forehead on the forearm, right arm on the side. Turn your head to the left. Assist the head lifting, and then the opposite leg. Lift and lower. So left arm, right leg. Do it 6 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now place the hands on the mat. Draw your elbows in. Push to a table position. Come into plank. So plank pose to downward facing dog. Press the floor away. Look behind. Plank. Do it 5 times. Press your fingers down. Downward facing dog. Plank to downward facing dog. Plank again. Spread your fingers. Press your fingertips. Downward facing dog. 2 more times. Plank. Downward dog. Plank. To downward facing dog. Now walk your feet in to your hands. Hands to your thighs. Lift up all the way. Inhale and reach up. Arms to your sides and swing the upper limbs, the arms. Feels super good. Just let the arms go and the shoulders. Let your arms, your hands, your wrists, your shoulders, and your hips turning side to side. Do it 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And then let's warm up the hip joint. So right leg up and over and bring it back. Do it again. Put your hands at your hips. That helps with balance. Reach up and over. 2 more times. Up. 1 more time. Now sweep this leg. Arms forward and back. So glutes, hip flexors warming up. Sweeping the leg forward and back. Arms straight, legs straight. Flex your foot. 4, 3, 2, then 1. And now change sides. So up and over the hurdle first. Bring it back. Do it again. Warming up at the hip socket. All those muscles connecting to the hamstring, the hip, the flexors, the quad, the calf muscle, those ankles in your foot. 1 more time. And now sweep. Ready? Straight arms, straight leg. Get your balance. Get into a rhythm. Sweeping forward and back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Nicely done. All right, let's begin the program. Come to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms down to your sides. Do that again, reach up. This time lean to the side. Inhale, reach up, get into a rhythm with your breathing and the movement. Exhale to the side. Inhale and reach up. Look up at your hands. Put your palms together. Exhale, sweep the hands down the center line of the body and fold over. Here's a cue for you. When you fold over, have your feet hip-width apart, and don't expect that you need to come all the way to your thighs. There's no reason to do that. And your back can actually be slightly rounded here. Does not have to be flat. You don't want to overstretch your hamstrings for one. But then the other thing is there's just no need to fold over all the way. You can try to straighten your legs a little bit more. Now lift the head up. Put your hands on your shins, half lift. Then exhale and fold. Place your hands on the floor, step back to plank. And let's go down to the mat all the way and do locust pose, otherwise known as Salambhasana. Reach your arms to your sides. turn the palms facing down. And then lift your legs, lift the chest, lift the arms. Now turn the palms facing up. Hover the hands over the lower back right there. Good. Now keep the body up, keep the legs up, reach the arms. Now reach the arms to the side, and as you do that, turn your palms facing down, and then facing down in the front as their arms are overhead. Superman, right? And then turn your palms up right here. Now reach to the side, turn your palms down. So doing this rotation movement, palms facing up over the hips. Exhale and lower. Put your palms on the floor, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And breathe. Push the floor away. Reaching the hips up and back. Lift up your right leg. Inhale. Press the floor away. When you lift the right leg, or lift up your leg in general, when you're in three-limb dog, you should be able to see your toes. So don't lift up so high that you crank your back. Now, look forward, and as you look forward, bring your right knee in underneath your chest and keep your hips as high as you can. And then set your foot down wherever it lands. And all you need to do is just grab your ankle, if your foot didn't come all the way forward, and just move it forward with your assisting with your hand. I did that for such a long time as I was learning or getting stronger in my yoga practice. Inhale, crescent pose. Then exhale, arms like a cactus right here. Pull the elbows apart. Bring them back so you're stretching at the chest. Now bring the elbows towards each other right there. Do that 3 times. Open and close. Open, pull your abs in and close. One more time. Open and then bring the elbows in towards each other. And if you can get them all the way in, excellent. If not, it's okay. Then separate your wrists. Notice what happens at the back of the shoulders right there. A nice stretch when you separate the wrists. Now bring our engagement of the back of the shoulder muscles. Bring the palms together, reach your arms up, stretch overhead, then exhale, hands to your heart. One more stretch. You're gonna hinge forward. To do a twist, you're gonna lift the chest, then turn the body. So you're stretching or turning from the middle of your body and the shoulders. Inhale, reach your arms up, stretch overhead. Exhale, place your hands on the floor. Step your leg back, plank. Go all the way down. We're going to do the same thing, Salambhasana locust pose. This is going to be a repetition in the practice today. Kind of our theme, locust. Stretch our strength of the body. Right here, lift the legs, arms, chest. Turn the palms facing up. Hover over the lower back. Reach the arms to the side. Turn your palms as you reach, and then turn your palms facing up when you reach up overhead. Lift up your legs and arms. Do it again out to the side. Reach. Then turn your palms facing up. Hover the hands over the lower back, and then lower. Push into the floor. Table position to downward facing dog. So let's make that a little bit easier when we come up off the floor. And do that by coming to your knees first to get to downward facing dog. We'll make it tougher later. Sound good? Inhale, lift your left leg up. Look at your toes. Yep, see them? Now bring the leg in, keep your hips high, and as you do, swoop that leg in. Let's see where it lands. And if it doesn't come all the way forward, just use your hand and bring it forward like that. And then reach up. There's your crescent. So if your feet have their own lane, your legs have some width between them rather than the length. So the width between them, the base makes the pose a little more balanced. Reach your arms up, elbows to the side like a cactus, palms facing forward. Then bring the elbows in and then open up. Do that again. One more time. Hold right here. Engage the back of the shoulders. Bring those wrists apart. Keep the elbows towards each other. Nice. Wrists together. Open up. And now place the hands together again. Hinge forward so your back is flat, right? Lift the chest. Turn the body, the shoulders, the middle of the body, not your hips, right here. high lunge twisting pose. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, place the hands on the floor. Let's go through the ritual vinyasa that we've created. Lower down all the way. Top of the feet on the floor. Reach your hands. Turn your palms up. Lift the body, lift the legs. Reach the hands over the lower back. Reach side. Turn the palms rotating forward. Turn your palms up. Lift. Reach side. Turn the palms facing. Hands over the lower back. Release. Table. Lift up to table. And then downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up. Let's move on. Bring that right knee in. And set the right leg. Let's change it up. Right leg, center of the mat. Like that, right? Now reach your right arm. Lift your left leg. Ready for a bird dog. You ready? Touch your elbow to your knee and reach 8 times. Elbow to knee and reach. 3, reach. Good. 4, arm beside the ear. 5, reach. 6, reach. 7, reach. One more. 8, and then reach. Now hold. Right hand on the floor. Tuck your left toes. And then you're going to keep the right hand on the floor, but turn the shin and turn your left foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Reach the arm up and over the ear right here. So it's like a side plank, but you got that leg propped up underneath you. Move it if you need to. We're going to come into gate pose. So to come into gate pose, knee under hip, come up onto your fingertips, and then lift up. Arms like a T, and then reach like reverse warrior. Arm over the ear, and then reach right here. Now turn your toes, your knee that way, and shift the knee forward. Inner thigh stretch, reach up and over the ear, breathe, draw the shoulder back. Super awesome. Sweep over, straighten that leg, foot flat. Windmill the hands to the floor. Face your mat. Here's your plank. Then lower down all the way. Here's the locust pose. Ritual. Lift up, hands facing the ceiling, hovering the back. Reach out, rotate, rotate, reach forward, turn the palms up, lift up, reach out to the sides, palms facing up, hover the back. Then place the hands on the floor, push to, this time, plank, downward dog. So a little harder, pushing out of that push-up position or off the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. And now lift your left leg up. 3-limb dog. Bring that left knee in and set the shin down on the floor right underneath the body. And here's your bird dog pose. So lift the right leg, left arm right there. So arm beside the ear, elbow to knee, touch, reach, straight arm, straight leg. 3, go to 8. 4, spread your fingers. 5, 6, 7, 8, and reach. Set your hand down, tuck your toes, right foot down. Now you're just going to turn the shin out, foot flat, reach the arm up. Reposition that knee if you need to. Arm over the ear. There's your propped up side plank. Foot on the floor, firmly. Now you're going to come up onto your fingertips for gate pose, right here. And then reverse, hand right here like reverse warrior. Nicely done. And then tee the arms again. Turn your foot towards the back of the mat, knee towards the back of the mat, and then reach the knee towards the toes. Form here, arm over the ear, stretch. Inhale. Exhale. So like side angle. Inhale. Foot parallel to the short edge of the mat back there. And then sweep the hands over, windmill, to the ground, to the mat, and plank. Let's do it again. Lower all the way, feet on the floor, arms reach, Palms facing up. Lift the body, lift the legs. Sweep the hands over the back. Palms facing up. Then reach down, rotate forward, turn the palms up and lift, and then reach side, turning the palms as you reach and hover over the lower back. Nicely done. Lower down. Press off the floor, plank to downward facing dog. Nicely done. Now let's move to the center of the mat. Hands to the shins, lengthen and look forward. Exhale and fold. And let's sit on the mat right here. Twisting pose. So seated twisting pose. Place your foot on the outside of your leg. So this stretch, super good, stretching the lower back, the QL muscle. So you'll so the left leg is straight. Press that leg down, right leg on that side. And you don't want to overreach right here. It's easy to do using the bind. So the bind will be, our leverage will be grabbing the leg. And then, so you're hugging that leg into your side. But keep your hips stable by pressing your sitting bones down into the ground. However, when you press your fingers or bring the hand behind and look over your shoulder, you can actually turn your hips just a bit because your hips need to have some ability to shift as you turn your shoulders. There's no twisting in the lumbar spine. Twisting only happens in the thoracic and the cervical part of the spine, so the middle and the neck of the spine. Now untwist right here, and let's counter that by twisting the other way. So hand at the ankle and then look over your shoulder and breathe. Breathe out. Inhale, look forward, and let's change sides. So opposite leg out, foot to the outside of the knee, and sit up tall. Then reach around, grab the leg, and if you can, get your forearm on the inside or on the side of the leg, and then fingertips behind right here. Press your leg down firmly. That helps with the rotation. A little more leverage. So you got leverage in your arm, leverage in the leg, and then adding torque by turning the body. And you're pressing down into the hand on the floor back there. So there's more leverage right here. The bind being this arm. You could even bind further by bringing this hand around and grabbing the thigh on this side and then opening up the shoulder right there. Nicely done. Now unbind, unturn or untwist, and then bring your knees in, cross your ankles, and lift up into downward facing dog. And let's go into a vinyasa or a flow with warrior two. Lift your right leg up and lift your heel of your left foot. Look at your toes back there. Bring your knee in, and as you bring your knee in, shift, and tap your knee to your tricep. Notice how high your leg is up. Lift the leg up, three-limb dog. Do that again, knee to tricep. Lift up your hips, see how high your leg is, and see if you can sweep that right foot beside your right thumb. Right there. Use your hand again to bring that foot forward if you need to. Set your left heel down, warrior two. So we're up high now. Bending your knee right here, pressing this foot down into the ground. Do a reverse warrior, just like when we were coming into gate pose. Hand behind the thigh, reach the arm over the ear. Inhale and exhale. Now sweep the hand over, form right here on the top of the thigh. Reach the arm up and over your ear. And there's your side angle pose, just like we were in gate when we were lower to the ground. Nicely done. And now reach. Warrior two, arms like a cactus. Right here, palms forward. There's your goalpost arms. Reach up and reach down. Reach up. Keep the legs static. So work in the shoulders, strengthening the shoulders, seeing the range of motion you have, the mobility in your shoulders, something to work on. Now bring your elbows in towards each other. Now, keep the arms like this. Reach up as if you've got something that's keeping your forearms level with each other or parallel, and then bring it down in front. Do that again. Reach, and then down. Parallel to the floor, and then forearms parallel to the ceiling. How about that? Notice your wrists and your elbows if you can see in a mirror, and then down. Nicely done. Arms out. Let's give that a break. Reverse, side angle, hold right here. Take it to a bind by press fingertips down, reach around the back side, grab your thigh right there, or reach around and grab your fingers, shoulders back. Inhale, exhale. Now release it. Hands to the mat, plank, all the way down to the mat. The ritual. Arms, feet, palms facing up, lift, hover the lower back, reach out to the side, turn the palms, reach forward, turn the palms up, lift, and then reach all the way back, hover the lower back, and then splat. Hands on the floor, push away from the mat, downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Left leg up. Inhale, look at your toes. This time knee in, but keep the hips high and touch your elbow or your tricep up high. How high is your leg? And then lift up. Bring it in. Touch. Can you bring your foot further forward? Did that work? Set your right heel down. Warrior two. Right there. Relax your shoulders. Reverse warrior. Hand behind the thigh. Or you can bind, reaching around. Grab that forward thigh. Side angle. Reach right here. Arm over the ear. You could bind again like this. Hand to the thigh. Knee over the ankle. And then warrior two. Now, reach the arms up. Bend the elbows. Cactus. Elbows or goalposts. Bring the elbows together. 3, open, 2, open, and then 1. And now same thing. Reach up like a forklift. Up over the head, and then reach elbows pointing forward. Or the forearms parallel to the wall in front of you. Reach overhead, and then center. Elbows 90 degrees. Reach and center. Nice. Now reverse warrior, hand behind the thigh, bind it, get that knee forward over your ankle, and then side ankle. Side angle, arm over the ear. Maybe you can bring it down lower, hand to the floor. Don't slide that back foot. And then maybe you can go lower and grab for a bind right here. Inhale, adding integrity to the move or to the position. Release, arms like a T, hands to the floor, press the floor away, and let's go through it one more time. Lower, all the way, feet on the floor, reach the arms, lift up, hands over the lower back, reach to the sides, turn the palms facing down, reach forward, palms up, lift up, reach to the sides, out, hover the lower back, lower down. Press off the floor. Last time, downward facing dog. Nicely done. Bring your knees to the mat. And we're going to do a pose that's called thread the needle. So bringing the arm underneath your body, kind of like lizard with rotation, but we're going to hold it. So knees on the floor, hands on the floor. Reach the right arm up. And then reach underneath and set your forearm on the floor and your shoulder and your temple. So this is a great stretch for the lower back. You just need to position your temple or the cheek on the floor. Everybody's different, right? So find where it's comfortable. And it helps to reach the glutes towards your heels. And I've got both toes touching the floor. It does feel awkward. Now, you're going to reach the left arm forward like that. There's your side stretch. Back of the palm relaxed on the floor. And breathe carefully. Do not tense up the shoulders or the neck. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulders. If you were to add a bind to this, you would reach this hand around, turn your palm up, just like we did in locust pose, and grab the thigh on the other side. Maybe you grab your shirt.
just to add leverage. Or you make a fist and press your fist into the lower back. And then bring the hand to the floor, then lift up, and let's change sides. Left arm, reach under, shoulder to the floor, temple on the floor, comfortably. Relax the hand, and then reach your right arm forward. You can walk the fingers forward, and reach your glutes towards the floor. Draw the right shoulder down. Inhale, exhale, breathe in. Breathe out. Now slide your hand, reach around the back, and then maybe make a fist, press your back hand into the back. So my palm is facing up. Or maybe you reach around and grab your thigh over there and relax. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, so you're pulling your elbow into your side. Now unbind, hand to the floor, press into the floor, lift up, and let's cat-cow a few times. Cat and cow, cat, and then cow. One more time. And now come to a seated position. Bring your feet together. Let's stretch the inner thigh muscles for a moment. Feet together and kind of rock from side to side to get even on the mat. Your feet on the floor, knees out to the sides right here. Grab your feet and pull your body over. Lower back stretch. You can bring your elbows to the outside, or to make a bind, you would reach underneath like this and get your forearms underneath the legs right there, the sides of the legs, and then let your head come forward and just kind of pull yourself in towards the legs. So you're stretching the lower back and the inner thigh muscles with a bind. Then bring the arms in. And one more stretch. And let's use the strap. So lower down all the way. Foot in the strap, the right foot. Extend out the left leg straight. Then bend your left, or bring your left knee in, bend your right knee, place the ankle on the inside of the knee. And you want to have the ankle bone on the other side, and then pull the legs in, use this as leverage, and press your knee away. So using the prop, the yoga strap to do supine pigeon pose, our piriformis stretch in the physical therapy world. Pull this in, press the knee away, inhale, relax the shoulders, exhale, breathe in, breathe out. Now let's just change sides. So lift that leg up and set your foot in the strap. Bring the other leg down. First, extend the leg out straight. Feel the length of the lower back right there, pressing down, and then the calf. Now bend your knee, place the right ankle on the inside of the left knee. And then press your knee away. Pull in, press away, hold. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, and breathe out. Inhale, and then exhale. Now release that. Without using a block, glute bridge. So feet on the floor, hands on the floor, and lift your shoulder blades, set them down evenly. Press into your feet, lift your hips up, and get your arms underneath you. Clasp your hands if you can. If you can't, just put your palms flat. Lift the hips up. Don't look side to side like I just did. Look straight up. Listen to my cues without looking. This is a great stretch for the quadriceps, the hip flexors. Notice that. The chest, the belly. So lift up as high as you can. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Your ankles underneath your knees. Breathe in, breathe out. If you need to, you can turn your toes out slightly. That may give you some more space to lift up higher. Inhale, you can test that out. Exhale. If there's any pain in any way, come out of the pose. You don't need to do the pose. One more breath. Now release the hands and set your hips down on the floor. Spread your blades apart, arms to the sides, tip your knees side to side. Now curl the legs into you. Right here, happy baby pose. Grab your big toes with your yogi fingers or the outside edges of your feet. The knees on the outside of your shoulders, and rock from side to side. Now let your feet go and rock over to the side and push yourself up to a seated position. And let's close class together. Reach your arms up and stretch overhead. Look up at your hands. Exhale, bring the thumbs to the brow in gratitude, and then the thumbs to the heart in thanks. Bow your chins. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate it. Let me know how that went for you. How was your Salambhasana today? See you next time.